Hello, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here, and I will be starting a new series today. Hello, Zuni. Hello, PCU. Thank you both for coming to the stream. Hope you're doing well. So I'm looking forward to this. There is one thing, about like 30 minutes ago, I booted up the game just so I could start putting up the setup, and uh-oh, updates! Even though it wasn't that long ago that I downloaded it. So it looks like my megabytes per second just keeps hopping everywhere, but it looks like it should take about 20-ish minutes, maybe? I don't know, it keeps fluctuating between like 15 minutes and an hour. But yeah, this is a game that has been on my radar for a long time. I think back when we were a consolidated group, back when we had Kanetsu, we had like this list and I had put it down there, so that was like about 4 years, maybe 5 years? No, not that long. It's been a while. Hello, Firefly. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming. Hope that you're doing well. I will be playing Genshin right now. I'm trying to get more in the habit of starting off stream with just chatting to folks, giving people time to come in. But also, it is going through an update. I booted up the game like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, oh yes, actually, it hasn't been that long since you first installed this, but we've got an update. So I will be playing this. Just to let everyone know what my knowledge of this game is, I know it's a gacha game. I know that it has some multiplayer aspects, I think. Because I think I heard mention that it is kind of technically an MMO as well, though not really in the sense that most people think of MMOs. And pretty much the only character I'm aware of is Diluc. When I first saw the name, I thought it was pronounced Diluc just because it kind of reminded me of Diluc from Secret of Mana, but someone told me that was wrong. And then I remember when Ito first came out, there was a lot of fan art going around of him, and I enjoyed that fan art a lot. But then I saw what he actually looked like in game, and I was more than a little disappointed. Not that he looks bad, but it's just that most of the fan art made him look they made him look like this himbo, big buff. And then I saw the guy, and I was like, I'm 4'11", 150 pounds. I feel like I could snap this guy in half. Let's see. Early game content is kind of fun. Enjoy the story and exploration. Thank you. Oil fan artists are imaginative. And you know what? Power to them. Nothing wrong with that, but I was like, my expectations were set a little high. But you know what? If his personality is the same as was it depicted in those fan arts, I think I'll still like him a lot. But yeah, I think I've seen, other characters in fan art, but I don't know any of their names. I don't know any of their backgrounds. And I don't even know what the basic premise is. I know there are these, like, the enemies are kind of like these furry looking creatures that are really dark. That's about it. So it's like about time I finally get to this to figure out what folks are talking about. I mean, it'll be nice to have, because a lot of friends I've had from old fandoms kind of migrated to Genshin, so it'll be really nice to be able to, yeah, have stuff to talk about them within. Hello, Jamie. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Yeah, Hurl Churl Is that what they're how you pronounce it? Yeah, I think that's that's the term I've seen. Yeah, I will be playing this for the very first time. Right now, it looks like we've got about 10 minutes for the update to finish. Hurl I churl. Okay, hurl I churl. So everyone, give me the name of your favorite characters. I wanna know so I can keep an eye out for them. And this will also be my first gacha game. I think I briefly mentioned that I did like download Cookie Run for a little bit, and I did have that on my phone for a while because it'd be nice just to have something mindless to do when I'm waiting on something else. But I couldn't really get into it just because there really wasn't any story there, and there were cute designs, and I'm sure that maybe in Cookie Kingdom they do much more with story and giving characters personality, but it kind of just became a drag after a while, and I never really got invested into any particular character. Did what? Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. No one has told me about Father, and no one has told me about Elon Musk being in the game. Is that serious? What, Oh, I'm sure he was just stoked about that, wasn't he? Okay, Father. So this is going to show just how completely out of my element I am. When you're pulling characters, is that just essentially you just decide, okay, I'm gonna pull now, and you have no way to influence what you get or who you get? Or is there a way to make things lean in a certain character's direction? Because I always assumed it was the former, but you telling me to pull for Father, I'm going to assume that there is some degree of influence you can have. Oh boy. The main way is just to wait for banners. Limited banners. Is that like an event? Jamie, and there is a pity system where if you pull enough time on that specific banner, you'll get what is on the limited banner. You can get the SSR character you want if you are guaranteed in the banner, but if you're 50-50, you either get the rate up or the other SSR. Okay. Okay. I am learning. Today I am Kohai. I love that they named it Pity. That sounds very apt. Pity starts at 75. Anything beyond that is hard pity. Okay, basically if you pull the 5-star, there's a 50-50 chance it's the limited on the banner. If it isn't, then the next time you're guaranteed to get that limited banner. Huh. Okay. I'll need to see I'm sure it'll probably become clearer once I actually have the game up and can see. So okay, we've got a vote for father. Let me see if I missed any. Also, the key SR character are a must upgrades as a beginner. Okay. I'm jotting this all down. Upgrade SR. It's not like the Wild West of Love Live, where you just chucked money into a 1% 5-star rate with no pity and hope for the best. You know, way back, Jamie, you were actually the one who got me into Love Live. And that's funny, because then I was the one who got Kudu into Love Live. And I think somewhere between the two of you, I think Kudu was the first one who I saw get the Love Live game, and I played it a little with her. And I had a terrible phone back then, so I wanted to get it myself. But the weird thing that it did is that the game downloaded some sort of, I guess, tutorial stage. And I was able to get the tutorial stage just fine. But then when I went to download the rest of the game, it completely messed up my phone. Ever since then, I kept getting the message, oh, there's no storage on your phone, even after deleting and uninstalling, even after running some apps to try and clean up the telephone. So I never got to get into that game, and maybe it's a good thing from everything I've heard, because what I've heard, it's a fun game, but yeah, the gacha was just torturous. Okay, let me see. Sucrose. Bennett. Okay. Youngling. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for all those characters. Thank you, Sam. It's also nice because I'll probably just stick to playing it on the PC. Or I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll get it on my phone as well, especially since I actually have a decent enough phone. I suppose it all depends on how this goes and how the game plays. As far as what it's like playing storyline aspects, which is what I'll want to focus on for streams and everything else. Yes, I will be on an NA server. Oh, I guess that means we wouldn't be able to play or anything like that. Ow. There's no sort of like data center travel or anything like that? Yeah, I would be happy to. even if we're not able to... Genshin collab with Mom Kudu, yes. It'd be fun. How many people can sort of be on a team? I'm curious. Because it would be fun to do something with as many folks as possible. 4. That seems... Yeah, that seems... practical. Come on, 92%. You're almost there. I'm very eager to see what the actual gameplay is like. I have not even watched any clips or any videos, since this was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, so I just wanted to keep it all fresh. Also, because of players you don't know joining your world, there are mod players who use auto pickup mod that marks your account as a hacked game, and players who have kill aura that kill every enemy 5 to 50 meters away from them. Huh. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I would assume there are ways that you can private your world, so someone would need a password, right? Oh, damn. Okay. Alright, definitely we'll do that. Yeah, that seems... Yeah. I can understand maybe them... I can understand them being serious about that, because... especially with a game that has paid aspects like this, people using mods to just bulldoze their way in could really ruin the game. But it's a shame that innocents can get screwed over in the process. Yeah, I do wish that people would sort of just stick to aesthetic mods. Or, you know, I can also understand mods for accessibility features. But then you get some people doing wild shit in the FF14 world. And being very blatant about it, like buying billboards to advertise your ERP venue. Still cannot believe that's a thing that actually happened. Oh, Zuni. Yes, that was a thing that happened, and it caused a lot of hubbub. Let me see if I can find a good article to concisely, explain all of it. So yeah, there was a Final Fantasy XIV roleplay group that rented a real billboard for promotion. And they were promoting a, like, some sort of summertime event. But they, what was it? I think they used a lot of, like, official assets and showed some screenshots with mods. And so, aside from it just being weird in general, it really made Final Fantasy XIV come down a little harder on mods. Because before they used to sort of have an attitude of like, look, just don't be ostentatious about it. It's technically against the terms of service, but we don't care as long as you're not being audacious. And certainly buying a billboard for an ERP venue, that's fine, right? Here, let me see if I can. I'll just link the article itself. Where is it? You're right, you're right. Perfect opportunity that I missed. Here we go. There are ways to customize your game by changing your character skin, not bannable. Well, that's nice. I'm glad they have that aspect. Okay, we're at 98%. RP in Final Fantasy XIV is something that I've kind of wanted to get into. I don't know, it feels kind of... the last time I ever did anything close to role-playing in an MMO was with EverQuest. And that was back in... 2000 maybe? But it seems like fun. I guess I just have a little trouble sort of adjusting to the limitations. Most of my RP has been on LiveJournal and Dreamwidth. Which just allow you to have paragraphs upon paragraphs of description and internal monologue and all that stuff. But I've already heard winds of tales of some horror stuff with people pushing the E aspect, not just letting it be RP. And ironically, I'm surprised to find that it comes largely from male aura players, which is so odd to me. I guess a lot of people just sort of look at their appearance and the fact that they're one of the tallest races and just kind of assume the whole, yes, these are the tough domineering types that always just get what they want. Meanwhile, a lot of aura lore is very, very gender diverse and doesn't stick to those sort of roles. Aura are the lizard folk. The bunny folk also don't... The bunny folk are also very gender diverse, or, you know, not binary. Though, I guess theirs are a bit more overt. Since for the longest time within Final Fantasy lore, it didn't seem like there were any male Viera. And I believe within the description of the Viera, they say that gender, or sex rather, isn't even known until a certain point. And they're a more matriarchal society. But with the aura, particularly the Zaylan, which are the ones with the dark scales, since they are nomadic people and there are over 50 clans, each clan kind of has their own lore, and there are a lot of that are very different. The Dothoro in particular believe in reincarnation if you die a heroic death, and so lots of them have gone through different lives as different genders and different bodies. So they're like, yeah, well, what the fuck's a gender? But yeah, that just makes me kind of concerned since I play a lady aura. So it's just like, I don't want to be dealing with that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice lore you can find when you go digging, and some really horrific shit too. I do want to get the lore books for them. Right now, the only one I have is the third one, and I only have that one because of the pre-order bonus, but I haven't actually been able to read it since it largely is stuff for Endwalker, which I have yet to finish. Someday soon. I've been working through it with Kudu. Okay, download is complete. It's just going through verifying resources. I'll have to do quick setup for it, but we should be able to get started soon. Oh god, thank you for that warning, because that's definitely something that would have happened to me. Thankfully I got lights on right now. I'm probably still gonna be flashbanged even with the lights on. You guys got anything planned for the weekend? Mine's gonna be pretty, packed on Sunday in particular. One game I've been playing on my downtime, just on my own with a friend, is called Slay the Princess. I'm sure some of you have probably heard of it. And I was very surprised to find out that one was a visual novel. Just from the name, I had assumed it was going to be some sort of action game. But no, it's yeah, it's a VN, and I don't want to say too much about it because I do think it's a good experience to go into it completely blind. But typically I don't like games that use the sort of, I don't want to say gimmick, but the idea that it does. But this one has been pulling it off really, really well. I've been very, very impressed. Yeah, so to anyone who likes psychological horror, that's all I'll say. Go for it. Noodle dolls. Ooh. I'd be interested in seeing pics of that. Cooking's definitely a skill I've been trying to hone the past 2 years. I haven't finished it yet. I think we are kind of getting near the end of a run. And so I'm very curious to see how it all wraps up and how it ends. Other than that, let's see what else. I have also gotten back into some tabletop. Finally got myself into a campaign that's being run by Kiadane. We're doing Abomination Vaults. That has been a lot of fun. Though I still struggle a little bit with role-playing in real time. Anything that's not written. Because I'm always afraid of doing some character bleed. Like, there was a time, I think during the very first session, where I had my character make a sarcastic comment to someone else, and then for a week and a half, I just felt bad. I was like, oh no, was that mean? Did they think it was directed at them? And finally I confronted them about it, apologizing, being like, hey, I'm sorry if that was out of line or anything. And they were like, I don't even remember what you're talking about. And I'd been agonizing it over it the entire time. Jamie, I work all weekend, but my weekend was the past few days, and I've just been deep in gardening and hyper. I saw your images that you put up on Plurk. They look so cute. Aw, thank you for pits. You will feed well. Come on, we're at 71 for verification. I guess I should start just working on, let's see, getting the scene set up. Hopefully this won't switch me over to anything. One moment, folks. Alright, good, it didn't. So we've got our mic. We'll have our avatar. Welcome back. I said you will be feeding well with all those cucumbers. Have you been doing any cosplay stuff recently, Jamie, or any of you else into cosplay? Ooh, what character was it? I think I'd like giving cosplaying Graha Tia a go. Aw, yeah, aw. I bet that was super cute. Wait, what? No, we're not. We're not related. I'm sorry, did I say something that gave that impression? Kuru's sister is Fernia. But Kuru and I have known each other for a really long time. We've known each other, I think come this October it's going to be 10 years. Oh man, we did have, there was some lore I came up with back when we were, when it was myself, Kudu, Moon, and Leaf. So, I was the one who came up with the name for Pixels, and Kudu was the one who designed the logo, which I don't know if you've seen it, but it used the Space Invaders within it. And so when we started first designing VTubers, like we kind of had an idea of maybe basing them off the Space Invaders, and so we found an image that had like a lot of different versions, some of which were colored. And that's actually how I myself got the butterfly motif, since I saw one that was purple and kind of looked like it had wings. So that's how I sort of started on the idea of, you know, purple butterfly. Since it was a retro game, that's why I kind of got this sort of 80s idea of the future aesthetic as well. And so the idea kind of was that the little Space Invader that you see as the sort of primary one was going to be this princess from a planet that myself, Moon, and Leaf hailed from. And we were sort of her guards slash babysitters. And Kudu was going to be a, you know, a YouTuber that the princess watched and was a big fan of. So she really wanted to come to Earth to see Kudu, and that's why we brought her here. But that's not really canon anymore, since yeah, we've kind of brought 4 pixels to myself and Kudu, and now I'm working more on this sort of backroom / space idea. But that was, yeah, that was an idea that we had been tossing around back when we were a bigger group. All right, launch button, let's go. Okay, so I was told to keep this hitting for the time being until I get past the intro screen, just to make sure that no personal information is shown. But at least let me get sound up.